Soul Rising, dear family. I want to take some time to explain something while I have it fresh on my mind. This video will be titled Super Jesus 47, The Astral and Ether Reasonings Explained. Super Jesus 47. So, what is my Super Jesus 47 game? What is it about? Well, I came up with it initially as a life plan blueprint, you see. I initially came up with this whole game of mine's as a way to reach a certain state of equanimity in my life. Balance. Right. The literal meaning of right is what's morally good, justifiable, or acceptable. Justifiable or acceptable. The literal meaning of the word right. What's correct. What's exact. On point. Balanced, you see. Meaning a life where nothing in it is wrong. Simply got my place, my ride, my equipment in the crib, and my training things, or my studying things, or my library, what have you. Yeah, that's what I want my house to have. I just wanted to, I had it multiple times, of course, but we're at war, so holding on to things in this world is virtually impossible for somebody like me. We're all at war, you follow me? It's not that the bad choices I'm making or something like that, no. It can't always all be my fault, you see. It can't always be all my fault, especially when I'm literally looking at what's ensuring that I'm going to fall into a trap. Our people are being punished for what other people are driving our people into doing. It's not our fault. It's not. If you fall off at some point, there was a reason for it. It's not because you miss work and plus, and on top of that, you don't go in and manipulate your own schedule to take your hours off in the middle of the week so you wouldn't be able to pay your rent on time. You don't do that to yourself, do you? Do you take your own hours away so you wouldn't be able to make money? Do you harass yourself at the workplace? Do you do that? Why do you quit any job you go into? You know, this is saying, a place cannot be evil. Only a people can. Only the people can be evil. Or, well, yeah, evil, because that's what it literally is. For the word evil defines as what's profoundly immoral and wicked. Immoral meaning not conforming to accepted standards of morality. Remember, a standard is a sound. A standard is another. A standard is also a sound. There's many definitions for the word standard, but another one you can look at for this explanation to make more sense is how it is a sound. You see, in other words, a sequence of thoughts in your head or a foundation of knowledge in which you stand on, in which you draw your decisions from, where you make your decisions from, you see, or where you what's in your mind that you would draw choices from throughout your day-to-day lives, you see. Concept of knowing better and doing better. Your foundation of knowledge is what you have knowledge of, what you know, what's in your memory banks, what's in your mind space, or what's in your heart space, you see. We want to make good choices to support our good principles. So, back to what I was getting ready to say though. The Super Jesus 47 game. It was inspired, or I initially started it out to be a life plan blueprint, meaning for myself personally, just going to get myself to a good position in life. But then the more I tried to plan, the crazier things got. But then also too, I realized things have been this crazy for me. The first 2 decades of my life were nothing but traumas every day. Actually, the first 2 decades of my life, I never had a good night's sleep, ever. I don't play victim. I just realized what caused my steps to be uneven throughout my life. Let's just say that. So I came up with a plan or a strategy to ensure that my steps will not be altered ever again. It just so happens that this plan or strategy that I came up with, the entire world, virtually, or at least the people who are ensuring that steps will be awkward or unbalanced, is against me creating a plan as such, and are putting in subtle efforts to stop me from executing it and or manifesting it, you see. So I'm just going to do it anyways. And this time I'm going to make it a game. And when I make it a game, I'm going to put it online as entertainment, so to speak, which is what I have been doing for like since last year now, you see. I'm about to make it all a game and put it on the internet, because here's the reality. If every single person on the planet, or at least our people, had a plan like this within their foundation of knowledge, they would shut every operation that the enemy has down upon their lives. Because let's never forget, the enemy only exists, not the enemy. I'm not going to say the enemy in me. The oppressive body, I'm going to just keep it an oppressive body. The evil oppressive body, I'm going to just keep it there from now on, or as much as I can. The evil oppressive body is ensuring that not a single member of the family body, changing it from ally body to family body, meaning every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet, all of them, everywhere. If your skin tone is a full shade or two darker than the oppressive body's torso, you are one of me. I am one of you, and we are one and the same. Let's play a game. I'm going to call it Super Jesus 47. Why do I call it Super Jesus 47? Because it's going to lead you directly to the hands of the Bestower of Karma. See, here's the thing. Here's the ultimate reality. Here's one big reality right here. When your karma is bestowed, and you finally have full recognition of everything that has transpired and which got us to our position and to where we are now. For the oppressive body, those who give direct power to the beast, you're never going to change. As a matter of fact, you know every single thing I'm getting ready to do before I even do it. You are the one that gave me all these so-called answers, like what the definition of the word moral means, in the first place, you see. And all you come with are lies that block the truth. Let me explain this game some more real quick. So, it was originally inspired by my life plan blueprint, but I changed it up to be a game that I'm going to use to bring the world that is stopping me from living a good life down. Best way I can. Or at least help in some kind of field or area, say something that might contribute. So Super Jesus 47 is that tactic or that technique or that strategy or that way that I'm going to use to get myself to equanimity while simultaneously stopping what is causing me from getting to my own self-equanimity or balance and or good grounds and or just a regular old life with no disturbance or no wars or no issues in it. Super Jesus 47, right? Yeah. It's going to lead you to the Bestower of Karma, the protector of good. That's what this game is going to do overall. It's going to bestow karma. Don't know what the word karma is? Look it up. Because when I tell you, when that karma is bestowed, and you experience that overwhelming amount of guilt that you are about to experience, it ain't going to be no joke. You'll see. This is just my strategy, though, my technique. Since you won't let me get what I want the way I wanted to get it initially, I came up with this way to get it now. That's all I did. I just came up with this way to get it. So here, the title of my Super Jesus 47 game. Why Super Jesus 47? 47? My spiritual infrastructure, 47. That's why. The internal 4. The external 7. The astral 4. The ether 7. Internal, external. Internal, external. So, this game is going to get me 4 things. My God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. I don't want the second thing until I get the first thing. Now, dang sure don't want the third thing until I get the second thing, and so on. Why is that? My God, Shalom, Shalom. My normality, Shalom, Shalem. My wife and my farm, Shalem, Shalem. Shalom stands for peace and greetings, Black global unity. Shalom restoration, or regeneration, restoration, replenishment, and renewal. Regeneration, restoration, replenishment, and renewal. Regeneration, restoration, replenishment, and renewal. That's my shalom, or shalom right there. Shalom, meaning normality. And then my wife and my farm, simultaneously together, are my shalom. Shalom, meaning perfect peace. And once I get to that point, I'm going to have 7 kids with her on that farm. Yeah. Moving forward, though. So, aside from the 7 children that I wish to raise upon this farm mansion, I also wish to have a stream of grocery stores that'll help push natural food into the mouths of our family more effectively. There are two buildings, or two styles of businesses that I wish for this scheme of mine to manifest: a chain of churches and a chain of grocery stores. Those two right there. Of course, there's more, but I'm gonna just keep it there for right now. A chain of grocery stores and a chain of churches. The churches were going to be called the African Victory Churches. Why African Victory Church, or AVC? Because all of these videos that I'm posting online is to trap y'all in victory. That's the thing. I want to trap black people in victory. I want to trap black people globally in victory. Trap you in victory, meaning you will have no choice but to win at every step of your lives. You will have no choice but to be successful at every moment of your lives. You'll have no choice but to be abundant and prosperous at every single area or aspect or detail or tidbit or spridget into whatever you do. If you inhale, you will start winning, period. That's what all these words are for. For every single melanated man, woman, and child on this planet to have no choice but to be abundant all the days of their lives. To be bound in awareness and dignity. To be bound in self-respect. To be bound in love. To be bound to peace. Bound to it. Bound to goodness. That's what the purpose of this game is for also. But Super Jesus 47 though. 47 and Super Jesus. Why Super Jesus? Because this game here is going to lead you all to the Bestower of Karma so you can stop screwing my life up. And then the 47 because the internal, external, the astral and the ether, what I want overall. My God, my normality, my wife, and my farm. And in that order. Then the 7 kids I'm going to raise, or the 7 grocery stores I'm going to have, or the 7 churches I'm going to have for myself personally. Of course, there's going to be hundreds of them because they're going to help push the right ideas into the minds of the people, into the minds and heart spaces of the people, so they will in turn destroy the world that is built on top of their natural one. It's going to be so easy. Let's keep talking about some stuff, man. So yeah, Super Jesus. And why Super Jesus? How is it going to lead you to the Bestower of Karma? Because I'm going to tell you all what the real Jesus is. Because let's not forget that name, yo. I'm never gonna appreciate that name because of how the history, the perverted history that's tied to that name, and why they even have us using the name Jesus as we do in the first place. You see, Yahweh Shai, Horus, Osiris, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Christ, Enki, Yahusha, Ra, Thothar, Odin, many different names. One method of operation: the protector of good. Supreme being is what its true form is. So, this Super Jesus game is going to lead you directly to this true essence of Jesus, this true form of Yeshua, this true form, this true being, and/or this Super Jesus game is going to lead you to the entity that impregnated Mary in the first place. Because if you think it was the Lord God that impregnated Mary, you're wrong. How did Mary get pregnant? Do you even know? It said Virgin Mary, right? It said the spirit of what? You said the Spirit of God. The Holy Spirit didn't impregnate Mary in the story, according to the story. Then again, a lot of you will say something different. A lot of you will believe that yes, it did. No, it wasn't the Holy Spirit that impregnated Mary. No, it was a way more supreme being that impregnated Mary. A supreme being impregnated Mary. But it wasn't the God y'all think it was. No. It was the God that said, let there be light, though. There was an entity that said that. And the more I studied, yeah, the more I realized that there was an entity that said that. It's just that the positive energy of the cosmos ain't talking. But that's another story to dive into later on. Super Jesus 47. So the Super Jesus is to lead you to, let's say, the power in which gave the avatar Jesus its life. That's what this game is going to do. It's going to lead you to that entity, the Bestower of Karma. So, afterwards, the 47, that's just my part personally. That's just what I want personally. Internally, God, normality, wife, and farm, because that's the plan. Externally, the 7 kids with her, or the 7 main grocery stores, and or the 7 main churches. That's just the life of abundance I plan to have with the 4-7 idea. And plus the 4-7 is also the spiritual infrastructure. Spiritual infrastructure. So the 4 for the spiritual infrastructure. And then the 7 as well. There's a 4-7 in all 3 realms of this spiritual infrastructure. Meaning because our root dimension, or our root dimension, our physical bodies are an aspect of the root chakra, and we live on a 3-dimensional space, meaning mind, heart, and body. Mind, heart, and body. Mind, heart, and body. That's what we live in. Or spirit, soul, flesh. Spirit, soul, flesh. Sun, soul, being. Sun, soul, being. Mind, heart, body. Mind, heart, body. Thoughts, feelings, actions. Thoughts, feelings, actions. 3-dimensional space. That's the root chakra's 3-dimensional space right there. We actually live on a 9-dimensional. We actually live in a 9-dimension right now. We do, all together. But physically, it's a 3-dimensional space. But it's 9 dimensions we could tap into all together. But physically, it's a 3-dimensional space, which is mind, heart, and body. So, I have a 4-7 strategy within all 3 realms, you see. So, astrally, astral meaning internal, astral meaning spirit. That's another thing about the astral and ether thing I wanted to explain too. Astral meaning spirit. So astral is what's internal and ether is what's external. Astral, why is astral internal? Our astral bodies are our spiritual bodies, and where the chakras are, they are located there. I'm going to say this right quick too. Our chakras, each energy center is really like cosmic size. Each individual one is a cosmic size energy center. We just can't see it. Why? Because it's in our astral realm, our non-physical realm. Our internal bodies, spiritual bodies. What is spirit? Spirit is the non-physical part, meaning one part altogether of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul, all hooked up, all together in one specific spiritual psychic body, our astral realm, in other words. Our astral realm is one specific entity with all the chakras inside of it and everything. And we all are aspects of these chakras. All of us are. And we all have a connection and or tap into these chakras, in which gives us our in which gives us our lives and our abilities to function, you see. Super Jesus 47. The 3. Mind. What is the 4? What is the astral 4 for the mind area? And what is the ether 7 for the mind? And when I say ether, what I'm speaking of is hydrocarbon. Look up the word hydrocarbon. That's what ether is in the actuality, hydrocarbon. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this words before I move on to encourage you all to actually look up hydrocarbon versus and call it hydrocarbon versus ether. Think about the word ether for a second. Ethereal, etheric, or the 9 ether, right? Why is it even 9 ether? Why do you call it 9 ether? You want to know why you call it 9 ether? Because of the 9 energy orbs that are in our astral realm. Yeah, they're connected to the ether realm as well, and or our hydrocarbon, because it runs along our spine. You see, the chakras run along our spine. But the thing is, the 9 ether you're talking about, those 9 are of the chakra energy orbs within our astral realm. They don't stem from our etheric realm. Nothing stems from our etheric realm. The etheric realm is an aspect of the astral realm, you see. So our hydrocarbon is an astral as an aspect and or a flip side of the coin to the astral realm. You follow what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's non-physical, physical, metaphysical, material, antimatter. No, not antimatter. I wouldn't say antimatter. Just immaterial and matter. Let's just say that. Yeah. So that's what the astral realm is. Our astral realm is our spiritual realm or psychic body, and the ether realm is our physical reality or hydrocarbon body. Hydrocarbon. That's what ether really is. Hydrocarbon, because ether is air. In other words, just our physical realm. All right, now check it. Mind. The astral four for the mind space. There's a title. It's the strategist, you see, because it's a game I'm playing. It's a game. And why am I playing a game? Because I'm doing what I can or saying what I can to manipulate a situation in a very fair and scrupulous manner, meaning playing by good natural moral rules. What's a natural moral? I'm gonna get into that in a short soon. So the four is called the strategy for the four in the mental area is called the four Exodus keywords. You see, the four Exodus keywords. Morals, principles, standards, character. Morals, principles, standard, character. Morals, principles, standard, same message, my family. Same message. You see. Morals, principles, standard, character. And then the seven, the ether seven or the hydrocarbon seven of the strategy is the seven belief system pillars. This is all mind, remember? This is the mind part right here. So the seven belief system pillars of the mental part or of the first one is the top 4-7 right there. The four Exodus keywords and the seven belief system pillars to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. Okay. Then you have the heart one. The heart one. The four styles of spiritual communication and the seven dimensions of thought power. You see, the four styles of spiritual communication and the seven dimensions of thought power. You see. And then the third one, the inner four. I think I missed one actually. Yeah, no. Okay. I messed up my own spiritual infrastructure, and that's something. The 4-7 for the mental. I know the 7 is the seven belief system pillars to be dismantled soulfully. The seven dimensions of thought power, and physically the seven gates and characteristic spirits. The seven gates and characteristic spirits. It's all just going to tie into the same explanation of the same story. It's also another reason why it can be a little easy to forget as well. But it's just the same, man. It's all the same. So the physical 7 or the ethereal 7 of this here strategy of mine's is the seven gates and characteristic spirits. Why the seven gates and characteristic spirits? So you can be fully aware of how your universal foundation is set up. That's what the whole point of the seven gates and characteristic spirits is. So you can be fully aware of how your universal foundational self is set up. The main reason for this game is to give absolute finite awareness as to how we are connected with this universe and why we are. You see, this universe is just right. Literally right. It is. You follow what I'm saying? And when we tap into it, we do what it wants us to do, what is literally right, you see, because it is who we literally are. We are a part of this macroverse. We are a part of this nirvana. We are aspects of this ketheric space that we are inside of. This ketheric body we are inside of. Ketheric meaning the macroverse, again, the literal outer ledge of the macroverse. Ketheric body. We are literally beings and or pieces of this perfectly structured universe. And now the sound of these words will rebuild the sound of that foundation inside of your mind and heart space, so you can know where you came from and act accordingly. Know better, you do better. So the 4, the astral. There we go. I remember now. The 4-corner spirit prison was the astral for the mind, the mind's astral right there. Okay, there we go. The mind's astral 4 was the 4 mental spirit prison, the 4-corner mental spirit prison. And why do I say the four-corner mental spirit prison? Because those were all 7 belief system pillars that need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. Once the belief system pillars, once this conviction of mine disintegrates the belief system pillars that have you all imprisoned to this world, that's the majority of the war won right there. The majority of the war will be won right there, just by getting rid of the belief systems alone. So check it out. All 7 of those belief systems are on top of one spiritual pad, or one 4 quarters pad, you see. And if we take out the pad, all the belief systems shatter. Won't even have to target them individually. You can just take out the foundation of it alone, and all of them will crumble. Just take out the foundation alone. And that's what the 4-corner spirit prison was designed to do, to take out the foundation of the belief systems. And I don't even have to worry about touching the belief systems at all. I could just keep on attacking the foundation of them, and they'll all fall themselves. All of them will. You see, that's the whole point of that. The astral 4 for the mental astral 4 for the Super Jesus 47 game strategy. The mental astral 4 for the Super Jesus 47 game strategy is called the 4-corner spirit prison, to take down the 7 belief system pillars, to take out the 7 belief system pillars that need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. What are the 7 belief system pillars? Racism, feminism, nerds and geeks, the confused, the gangsters, the tribes, and the religions. Why do I need to take those 7 out? Because I want to lead you back to the 8th one, which is the soul position, which is the universal foundational sound that we all need to start standing on, so we can start doing the right thing and the right thing only. And then once we get to that 8th one, after the other 7 are gone, we'll go against the 9th one, and we'll all take that out together, which is the government and the policies and all these country names and all these flags and all this separation that they got. It's just all these laws and whatnot. We don't need none of these laws. They only have their laws to ensure that they have a way to inflict more harm upon our lives, you see. The only reason why they have laws is so they can get away with inflicting harm upon our lives. But that's another video to talk about. Now, to the soul now, to the heart space, the 4-7 of the heart space. So what's the astral 4 of the heart, and what's the ether 7 of the heart? You see, the ether 4, or the astral 4 of the heart. Now that is the 4 styles of spiritual communication right there. That's the 4 styles of spiritual communication right there, you see. The heart space is 4. The heart space is astral 4 for this Super Jesus strategy that I'm cooking up. The heart space's internal astral 4 was titled the 4 styles of spiritual communication. And then the 7 dimensions of thought power. 4 styles of spiritual communication, 7 dimensions of thought power. Top one, 4 exits, 4 corner mental exodus spirit prison. I gotta come up with the names, y'all. I need better names, but I just know what they're inspired by, and I know why I'm talking about them. 4 styles of spiritual communication, 7 dimensions of thought power. 4-corner spirit prison, and the 7 belief system pillars to be dismantled. Now let's talk about the second one for a moment. The 4 styles of spiritual communication, what are they? You have it's a spiritual dissemination. Watch those videos if you ever seen those shorts. I call them spiritual dissemination, right? It's dissemination meaning the act of spreading information widely. The act of spreading some information widely, yeah? So check it out. 4 styles of spiritual communication. There is spiritual expression. There is spiritual depression. There is the other 2, spiritual expression, spiritual depression, spiritual vexation. That was the 3rd one. There was a 4th one. I have to look at it again. My own strategy. When you're in a world like this, things are making you forget all over the place. That's the reason why. So you won't have the ability to fight back with what you know of. This is why I just keep doing my best to repeat it over and over again so I can remember it. So, here, I'm going to come back to it in a second. But I know those 3 right there. Spiritual expression, spiritual depression, spiritual vexation. It's crazy. I remember the 2 bad ones, but the 2 good ones I don't remember yet. I don't fully remember. I just remember the one good one. The attacks are endless, brothers and sisters. They're endless, but I'm surviving. Still alive, right? So, externally, or ethereal, or hydrocarbon 7 of the heart space. The 7 dimensions of thought power. What are they? The 7 chakra gates, and the aspects of them, and or how they work to and through us, in which gives us our proper foundation of principles to stand on, soulfully, by sound, you see. The 7 dimensions of thought power are just the 7 chakra gates. That's all they are, inside of our bodies and everything that comes with them. That's all those are. 7 dimensions of thought power. Our abilities to tap into them. What are their qualities, abilities, and characteristics? What are they? The 7 dimensions of thought power. What do they draw out of us when we tap into them for them to elicit, of us what they desire? You follow what I'm saying? What are their characters? What are their qualities? What are their standards? What are they? You see what I'm saying? The 7 dimensions of thought power. I know what they are now. It's primarily peace, respect, balance, and progression, calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness, peace, love, unity, and advancement, and all things good, beautiful, normal, and natural, concomitantly. Those 16 words there. Now, the third one and final one, the physical or astral, the physical plane, the physical plane's astral 4, and the physical plane's ethereal 4, ethereal 7. Where are they? The 4 Exodus keywords. I put them at the top first, didn't I? That was an accident. They were actually in the physical plane. The 4 Exodus keywords: morals, principle, standard, character. Morals, principle, standard, character. And then the 7 gates and characteristic spirits. What are the 7 gates? The chakra centers. Again, it's all connected. My entire story is connected in some kind of way. Even the 7 belief system pillars have a relation with the chakras. They do. The 2 outside, remember? But here, at any rate, let me finish this real quick. So, the 7 gates and characteristic spirits. 7 gates in which the characteristic spirits were purged out of. When you study our actual history, you'll know that the bottom 5 gates, not the top 2. I said the top 2 at one point, but no, it was only the bottom 5 that the top 2 flushed out of. The top 2, or the top 2 powers, and or the entity within our top 2 chakras, flushed the darkness and or put humanity through a global exorcism and flushed the darkness from our roots, sacral, solar plexus, heart, and throat chakras into our physical realm, you see. The true King of Kings put humanity through a global exorcism. You see. What are the 7 characteristic spirits? Wrath, greed, gluttony, lust, pride, envy, sloth. That's it. Running out of time. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Check out my shorts to see the 4 styles of spiritual communication. The videos are called Spiritual Dissemination, Part 1 of 4. This is not a victim mentality. I'm just going to say these words. Just aware of what struck me, aware of what struck me, aware of what will not stop striking us at all. That's why I don't desire to be your king and your leader. I only desire to do or say something that will defend and protect you from the strikes. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Defend your neighbor as you defend yourself. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my friends.